Avowed and Indiana Jones previews are coming after the Xbox showcase. They say Avowed and Indiana Jones previews will be shown on June 10th, one day after the Xbox Game Showcase. Insider Gaming has learned that both Avowed and Indiana Jones: The Great Circle will be playable to select media outlets and content creators at this year's Summer Games Fest. According to those familiar with the plans, both games are expected to be shown at this year's Xbox Showcase, with previews from the hands-on going live on June 10th, the day following. Avowed and Indiana Jones have been given a vague 2024 release date, so we're reasonably confident that both games will get a definitive release date at the event. During the January 2024 Developer Direct, we already got a decent look at both Obsidian Entertainment's Avowed and Bethesda's Indiana Jones, and we'll be getting hands-on previews soon after that showcase. We wouldn't expect anything more than hype trailers and release dates this time around. Which I think this is how they did things last year as well. They did like some trailers, and then the day or in the days following, they posted some stuff about it to like inform people. Has anybody out there confirmed that they're going? Does anyone know if anyone's confirmed if they're going to Summer Game Fest, or is everybody being like super coy about it? I mean, other than like IGN, I'm sure IGN is like, yep, we'll be there. I don't think I've seen anybody talk about attending, but I don't know. I'm not even on Xbox, but come on, gotta give Indiana Jones a chance. I also don't understand why people are so quick to dismiss Indiana Jones. I understand some people are upset about the choice for first person. I get, when I hear that, I'm like, it's coming from a studio that's like specialized in first person shooter games. I'd prefer it to be like first person. Like, I tend to enjoy third person adventure games more than first person games, but coming from this team, I'd rather them do what they're like specialize in, you know? Like, of course I'd rather them do what they're good at. That's my stance. Maybe because it looked like ass in the trailer. That's the thing. I don't think it looked like ass. I thought it looked relatively interesting. It looked fine. Some of the big set pieces seemed interesting. I'm not totally sold on the story thing they're doing, so we'll see about that. I think they also, were describing some other things that I thought were a little weird, but I didn't think the game looked bad, so there's been a few instances where I feel like I'm just missing something, where the gaming, there's like a horde of people that are very upset about something, and I'm like, I just don't get it. Like Fable. People were freaking out about the Fable trailer. I don't get it. Maybe it's because I'm a big fan of IT Crowd, and so when Richard, I can never remember his last name, when Richard, who plays Morris Moss, when he came on screen, I like lost it. So that certainly got some brownie points for me, but I thought it looked fine. But I know some people were like, she looks like a dude, blah, blah, blah. Some people lost their minds over it. I just, oh yeah, it was Indiana Jones for a modern audience when they said that. That was cringe. I forget where they said that, but it was something like, yeah, we're creating Indiana Jones for a modern audience. It was like, okay, well, shoot. Crap. It's the same thing when people are like, yeah, we want to create a live service multiplayer game that transcends age ranges and demographics. It's like, okay, so you're trying to make the most generic thing ever. Got it. Okay. Understood. Where they say something that they think is going to be a big selling point, and they just totally shoot themselves in the foot, not realizing that that's the opposite of what core gamers want. It's freaking funny. It's so funny. They do it all the time too, where they say something like that and it's like, who told you to say that? That was a bad idea. Yeah, for a modern audience, it's like the kiss of death. Okay, everybody in chat, I need you in chat to say, what is the like marketing phrase that when you hear it, immediate turn off? What is that marketing phrase? For me, it's like, we're making this for a modern audience. I think I would also say like, we have a cast of colorful and witty characters. When I hear that, I get worried. Live service. Okay, that's fair. That's a popular one. Live service, modern audience. Yeah. Quirky. Oh God. What did they say about... Let's see. What did they say about Forspoken? Or about, what did they say about Saints Row? The final preview. It's our most ambitious project yet. Let's see. Oh, relatable. Relatable's a good one. These new saints are born out of a relatable blend of desperation and disdain for the status quo. Man, just looking at this picture, I'm like, okay, this game is gonna flop. Yep. It's funny how you can just look at a still shot of the cast and be like, yep, this is gonna be a flop. I can tell by the way that they're acting, the way they look, by the way they're dressed, by the way they're sitting and carrying themselves, that it's going to flop. Satire and slapstick mayhem. I'm trying to think of like a game that would fit that description that's good. I don't know. Yeah, relatable. Relatable is a big one. Yeah, that's a big red flag. Yeah. Modern audience. Yeah, that's a good one. Don't you guys have phones? Yeah. Zaniness. Oh, that's a good one, Indigo. I like that. It's our take on. Okay, yeah, that's another. Yeah, like when they said it's our take on the Joker. It's our take on the Joker, and you're like, okay, so just it's worse than the Joker. Is that okay? That's what you mean. Okay, gotcha. Understood. Judson Watkins, name of the two. Fable's new art style was a turnoff for me. I was trying to figure out what the art style was because part of it looked photorealistic and then other parts seemed much more stylized. I wasn't really sure what they were going for. I feel like once we get actual like gameplay, we'll have a better idea because it was kind of hard to say. Pokemon quadruple A. Yeah, that's a good one. Dynamic environments. Okay. Ayuku said Xbox exclusive. That's funny. Because technically speaking, the track record does speak for itself, but that's still hardcore. Yeah. Oh man. Narrative Legos. I still don't like, I feel like that's one of those games. Once we play it, we'll understand and it'll be like, oh, narrative Lego. Gotcha. I feel like it's going to be one of those things. But until then, I still just don't know. I still really don't know what that game is even supposed to be. It just sounds like a standard kind of dynamic RPG, but with some like pseudo procedural stuff where it's like level layouts can change. So it mixes in like roguelike elements, but it's not totally random. It's informed by your decisions and what you say and do. So I'm like, that's cool. Endless possibilities. Yeah, that gets me worried too. Yeah. A game for everyone. Various uses and variations of the word important. Oh, that's good. That's good. We want open and dynamic gameplay. It's like, okay. Calm down. This just went up thanks to whoever said it in chat. I think it was Abanov said it in chat first. Thank you for that. This just leaked like 3 minutes ago. This was just posted. Exclusive Doom: The Dark Ages to be revealed at Xbox Games Showcase. Insider Gaming understands that the next game in the Doom franchise is set to be revealed during this Xbox Showcase on June 9th, which we already were kind of expecting, but apparently this is the actual name. The game, which has been under... It's very exciting news. I'm just tired. The game, which has been under a codename / placeholder title Year Zero, is understood to have the final name Doom: The Dark Ages and has been in development for at least 4 years. Last year, I heard of early details of the next entry into the Doom franchise, which was described to me as, quote, a medieval-inspired Doom world. While that doesn't necessarily give much information to go on, Year Zero, The Dark Ages, and Medieval Inspired starts to paint a vivid picture of where the series could be going next. Perhaps we'll be taking more of an early look at the Doomslayer's life during the medieval times, a prequel of sorts. Earlier this year, rumors begin to swirl about a new Doom game following Bethesda's newly registered trademark IDKFA, a well-known cheat code in the series. Last month, The Verge's Tom Warren first teased that Doom would be making its way to the Xbox Game Showcase, a rumor that we can now independently verify. The Doom series has been a tremendous success for Xbox and id Software. In 2020, a LinkedIn description from an id Software employee claimed the game made over $450 million in revenue. What are your thoughts on the new Doom game? Blah, blah, blah. So just hearing that, it was described as a medieval-inspired Doom world. That's interesting, especially if it's not like the sort of pseudo sci-fi setting, but they actually go to maybe a different realm or something that is, forgive me, a different realm or something that is much more medieval, different boss fights. I imagine different weaponry. Imagine if instead of using like the classic Doom shotgun or something, it's all about using swords and axes and stuff. That could be interesting. That could be very, very interesting. I don't know if they would ever do a Doom game without the classic Doom shotguns and stuff, but to hear them try to take it in just a totally different direction is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Like, yeah, Avowed, Doom with a bow sounds peak. Well, yeah, I mean, I imagine like with how gory Doom is, I'm thinking, okay, well, like a gigantic Doom sword or battle axe or this or that could be freaking cool, right? Like that could be really freaking cool. Do you just hang up on Jor? No. Yeah, rip and tear until it is done. Well, we already had his sword in Eternal. Well, I mean, like when I hear medieval inspired Doom world and that, you know, it's titled The Dark Ages, I immediately think of like medieval weaponry too. So I think of like, it's not about shooting stuff anymore. They're actually going to encourage you to get up close and personal, and the weaponry is all going to be based around like swords and axes and stuff like that, which could be really, really, really cool. Maybe they don't do that because like, is Doom still Doom if there's no shooting, or would it just feel like Far Cry Primal? You know, you probably do need some level of shooting. I don't know. It could also just be Doom gameplay with guns and everything, but in like a medieval setting with like, you know, your standard maybe melee enemies and stuff. But either way, it's an interesting twist that I think could be interesting. So we'll see it. It's now independently verified. 2 different sources have confirmed it. And so it looks like we'll see it on June 9th. And presumably anybody who is going to be at Summer Game Fest will probably get the chance to try it, which will be super cool. That'll be my expectation. He took my thing.